The story of Benny Hill and his long-running television career is often told as a rise and fall narrative shaped by changing public taste. At its peak, the show associated with him became one of the most widely watched comedy programs in the world, known for rapid-fire slapstick, musical interludes, and exaggerated visual gags. Benny Hill's mischievous on-screen persona, paired with the instantly recognizable theme music, made the program a global export that transcended language barriers. Yet beneath the laughter, the series increasingly attracted criticism as social attitudes toward gender representation and comedy evolved. What had once been widely accepted as cheeky and harmless entertainment began to be questioned for its recurring use of objectification and suggestive humor. By the late 1980s, these tensions had intensified. A number of sketches, particularly those involving beauty pageant-style setups and chase sequences featuring scantily clad performers, drew sharper scrutiny from critics and parts of the audience. While the show's popularity remained strong in many regions, its reputation in the United Kingdom became more complicated. The eventual cancellation in 1989 was not the result of a single moment alone, but rather the culmination of shifting cultural expectations and mounting controversy surrounding its comedic style. Early life and foundations of performance. Alfred Hawthorne Hill, later known as Benny Hill, was born in Southampton in 1924, although some records suggest 1925 as an alternative year. His upbringing played a subtle but important role in shaping his future in entertainment. His family background included connections to performance, with his grandfather reportedly working as a circus clown, which may have contributed to Hill's early familiarity with theatrical expression. His father worked outside the entertainment world in a surgical appliance shop, giving Hill a contrast between everyday working life and the more expressive traditions of performance. During his education at Taunton School, Hill did not initially show a direct path into show business, but he developed a personality that leaned toward mimicry and humor. Before entering entertainment professionally, he worked a variety of jobs including roles at Woolworths, as a milkman, driver, and even as a bridge operator. These experiences exposed him to a wide range of people and environments, which later influenced the character-based humor he would become known for. His adaptability and observational skills began forming early, laying the groundwork for a comedic style rooted in everyday archetypes and physical exaggeration, war service and entry into performance. During the Second World War, Hill was called up for military service in 1942, where he trained as a mechanic in the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. His duties included working with vehicles and equipment, as well as serving in roles such as truck driver and searchlight operator. These responsibilities placed him in active wartime environments, including deployment to Normandy during a crucial phase of the Allied campaign. While these experiences were far removed from entertainment, they contributed to his discipline and technical understanding of timing and coordination, skills that would later translate into comedic performance. A turning point came when Hill joined the Combined Services Entertainment Unit, a division responsible for boosting troop morale through performance. Within this environment, he was exposed to stagecraft, live audiences, and the demands of performing under pressure. This period allowed him to experiment with comedic timing and audience engagement in a structured yet creative setting. It was also during this time that he developed a deeper appreciation for entertainment as a profession, moving from a participant in wartime logistics to someone actively shaping morale through humor and performance. Early career in radio and television. After the war, Hill transitioned into entertainment more formally, beginning with radio appearances that introduced him to a wider audience. His early break came in 1947 on the program Variety Bandbox, where he showcased a style that combined wit, timing, and adaptability. Radio proved to be a valuable training ground, as it required performers to rely entirely on voice, pacing, and delivery rather than visual humor. This helped Hill refine his comedic instincts before moving into television, which was rapidly becoming the dominant entertainment medium. By 1950, he had begun appearing on television, where visual comedy added a new dimension to his performance style. The shift from radio to TV allowed him to develop physical comedy techniques, facial expressions, and visual exaggeration that would later define his work. Early television roles also gave him opportunities to experiment with different characters and formats, gradually building recognition. Although success was not immediate or consistent, these years were essential in shaping his identity as a performer capable of blending spoken humor with physical comedy in a way that appealed to broad audiences. The launch of a television phenomenon. In 1955, Hill's career took a major step forward with the debut of his television program, which introduced audiences to a distinctive blend of sketch comedy, parody, and variety performance. The show drew inspiration from traditional British music hall entertainment, combining live-style sketches with pre-recorded segments. This format allowed for flexibility in storytelling and comedic experimentation. Hill quickly established a recognizable comedic identity built on slapstick humor, visual gags, and double entendres. The program stood out in the growing television landscape for its energetic pacing and willingness to push comedic boundaries. Supporting performers played an important role in bringing sketches to life, with a rotating cast contributing to the show's dynamic feel. Writers and collaborators helped shape material that balanced satire with physical comedy. A particularly memorable aspect of the show was its use of recurring character types and exaggerated personalities, which gave audiences familiar comedic anchors. Over time, the program developed a loyal following, establishing itself as a fixture of British television and laying the foundation for its eventual international reach, cast, format, and creative style. One of the defining strengths of Hill's television work was its ensemble approach and structured yet flexible format. The show relied heavily on a supporting cast that could adapt to a wide range of comedic roles, from straight characters to exaggerated caricatures. Performers such as Patricia Hayes and Jackie Wright became familiar faces, contributing to sketches that often relied on timing and reaction as much as scripted dialogue. The format itself blended studio-based sketches with filmed segments, allowing for a varied viewing experience. Musical interludes were another key feature, often used to transition between scenes or support comedic sequences. The influence of music hall tradition was evident in the exaggerated performances and direct audience appeal. Physical comedy was central, with slapstick routines, chase sequences, and visual repetition forming recurring motifs. The show's structure allowed Hill to experiment with pacing, often building sketches toward a chaotic climax. This combination of variety, physical humor, and ensemble performance helped the program develop a distinctive identity that set it apart from other comedy shows of its time. Evolution through networks and expanding format. As the program developed, it moved between broadcasting networks and adapted its structure to fit changing production approaches. Early episodes were primarily broadcast by the BBC, but later transitions allowed for new creative freedoms. One significant shift occurred when the format evolved into longer, hour-length specials, rather than shorter weekly episodes. This change gave the production team more space to develop elaborate sketches, musical sequences, and extended comedic setups. The expanded format also allowed for higher production values, including more complex location filming and choreographed sequences. These changes contributed to a more cinematic style of television comedy, with sequences often resembling short comedic films rather than traditional studio sketches. The flexibility of the new format encouraged experimentation, particularly in visual storytelling. The show's pacing became more dynamic, alternating between rapid sketches and longer, more elaborate routines. This evolution helped maintain audience interest and contributed to its growing popularity beyond the United Kingdom, as international broadcasters began picking up the program for wider distribution. International success and peak popularity. During its peak years, the show achieved remarkable international reach, becoming one of the most widely distributed British television programs of its era. It was broadcast in numerous countries, where its largely visual style of humor made it accessible even without translation. The combination of slapstick comedy, musical elements, and recurring visual gags allowed audiences from different cultural backgrounds to engage with the content. Hill himself became an internationally recognized figure, associated with a distinctive brand of physical comedy that echoed silent film traditions while incorporating modern television techniques. The show's popularity was reinforced by its memorable chase sequences, which often featured fast-paced editing and exaggerated motion effects created through filming techniques such as undercranking. These sequences became a signature element of the program, often closing episodes with energetic ensemble performances. At its height, the show was both commercially successful and culturally influential, shaping expectations for televised sketch comedy and influencing performers and writers across different countries. Writing, characters, and comedic construction. A key element of the program's success was its structured approach to sketch writing and character development. Hill often portrayed multiple roles within a single episode, shifting between personas such as authority figures, awkward everymen, and exaggerated comedic stereotypes. This versatility allowed the show to explore a wide range of comedic situations within a single format. Recurring characters also played an important role, providing continuity and familiarity for audiences. Many sketches relied on repetition, misunderstanding, and escalating physical chaos. Supporting performers contributed significantly to comedic timing, often serving as straight characters whose reactions enhanced the humor. Musical cues were frequently used to heighten comedic impact, especially during chase sequences or transitional scenes. The writing style emphasized visual clarity, ensuring that jokes could be understood without reliance on dialogue. This made the show particularly effective for international audiences. Over time, the combination of physical comedy, recurring motifs, and structured chaos became the defining formula of the program's comedic identity. Rising criticism and cultural shift. As the decades progressed, the show increasingly faced criticism as social attitudes toward comedy and representation began to shift. While earlier audiences had largely accepted its humor as harmless entertainment, later viewers and critics began to question its portrayal of women and reliance on visual objectification. Sketches featuring suggestive scenarios, beauty pageant parodies, and recurring chase sequences with scantily clad performers became focal points of debate. These elements, once considered standard comedic devices, were reassessed under changing cultural norms that emphasized gender equality and media responsibility. The tension between long-standing comedic traditions and emerging social expectations created a divide in reception. In some regions, the program maintained strong popularity, while in others it was increasingly seen as outdated. The controversy did not stem from a single incident, but rather from a growing accumulation of criticism over time. By the late 1980s, broadcasters and audiences were reassessing whether the show's style still aligned with contemporary values, contributing to its gradual decline and end of the series. The eventual cancellation of the program in 1989 marked the end of an era in British television comedy. Although the show remained popular in several international markets, its domestic reception had become more complex. Broadcasters faced increasing pressure to align programming with evolving cultural expectations, and the style of humor that had once defined the show no longer fit comfortably within the changing media landscape. Production costs, shifting audience demographics, and critical scrutiny all contributed to the decision to end the series. While no single sketch or controversy can be identified as the sole cause of cancellation, the cumulative effect of criticism surrounding its content played a significant role. The final years of production reflected both nostalgia for its earlier success and awareness of its declining relevance. When the series concluded, it left behind a complicated legacy, one that combined groundbreaking influence in physical comedy with ongoing debates about representation and comedic boundaries. Legacy and lasting impact. Despite the controversy surrounding its later years, the show's influence on television comedy remained significant. It helped popularize a form of visual, fast-paced sketch comedy that could reach global audiences without relying heavily on language. Many comedic techniques used in the program, including exaggerated physical humor, chase sequences, and rapid editing have been echoed in later television and film productions. At the same time, its legacy is inseparable from the cultural criticism it attracted, which has become part of broader discussions about how comedy reflects and shapes social values. Benny Hill's work represents both a milestone in entertainment history and a case study in how shifting cultural standards can redefine the reception of media over time. Today, the show is often analyzed not only for its comedic innovation, but also for the ways in which it illustrates changing attitudes toward humor, representation, and broadcast standards. Top of form, bottom of form,